Hi, this is Robert with Blockchain Education. I want to show you guys the best kept secret on the planet. Blockchain education has been around since early 2017. They started as just a small project using a Slack group to make manual calls on certain US dollar tether and Bitcoin pairs. Now, there was a lot of interest back then that grew and grew, and soon people were asking, you guys should start a company. When are you going to start one? So they finally started the company in October 2017, opened it up to membership, and we had literally people lined up so they could all get in on the first day that we opened our doors. And since that time, blockchain education has evolved from making manual calls, moving into 2019 with automated signals, which were called hybrid signals at the time. I think this was in April of 2019. We started doing a system that was automated, yet an analyst would have to sort through the potential gaining calls, make the best ones, load them into the system, and then our members would get in automatically into those calls and they could take whatever profit they had preset and it would sell for them at that profit, 5%, 10%, that sort of thing. Now, early this year, or actually early last year, 2020, in April of 2020, we came out with fully automated signals. Signals of all different types, and one of these was called hot signals. Another one was medium long-term signals, short-term signals, basically scalping signals, and this is the original platform for our official hybrid calls, which at the time these came out, this was about a year old. Now, until recently, we had all these. We still have all the spot signals, all the fully automated spot signals, and the hot signals are probably just by a small margin, they're the best performing. This is also a really good performing signal. Let's take a look at the hot signals and see what these have done recently. The results are nothing short of incredible. Now, no leverage applied on any of these. These are just a simple setup of, you enter 2 or 3 numbers into a platform. I'll show you that in a minute. And then you get into these wonderful calls. We have coins that are just taken off right away. IOST versus ETH, a little over 5 hours, almost 19%. And I mean, where can you make this kind of profit in any other market? Or even on any other website for that matter. I mean, we did a really pretty extensive research of other groups that offer signals, and we didn't find anybody who could hardly give you a signal to make 1%. I mean, really, these things are just, and they've always been like this, not just since the bull run, but for months and months and months. They've been double digits after about 7 to 10 days. Now these are running double digits after 1 or 2 days. So these are incredible. Every single entry is date and time stamped, so you could literally look back. Let's look at one that's really big. Let's look at Nano versus US dollar tether. If you look back on TradingView or Binance, January 6th, 7:20 a.m. UTC time. There's the coin pair. That's the exchange. Price is 1.5696. This coin has ran 223% since the call came out from the system, automated once again, and made this amount of profit. So literally, if you left your take profit settings open-ended and then were able to manage your signals, you could make just so much money that you couldn't even fathom. So once we get down to 2 days or so, we're looking at almost all double digits, some triple. CBC versus US dollar tether since January 5th at 1820 hours UTC went over 133%. So everything here is verifiable. You can look back and say, yep, This is real. This is what's happening. So our system does all these 100% automated, 100% passive. You don't have to sit there and do anything. You can just take the profits and the system will sell for you at whatever percentage you decide. Across the board, every one of them. They will all sell. Now once we get down, we get some really nice numbers. Everything seems to peak real well after 4 or 5 days. And it's just incredible. Now once again, these are spot trades, no leverage applied. You're not going to get liquidated on any of these or have to deal with any risks whatsoever. Now let's take a look at the new futures. This has been out about 2.5, 3 weeks. Futures call system. We have Prospero, which it's a name for our futures long-term signals. These are based on 4-hour candles. And the way we see it is that once a 4-hour candle gives a solid signal for a gain on a long or a loss on a short, there is sufficient momentum just to keep that moving to make profit. Here's a really good quick one, 22 hours, waves versus US dollar tether, 14.69%. That's a very good one. And then we get down here and everything's running double digits, some triple, and these are all futures calls. This is the date and time stamp right here. Let's take a look at this one right here. YFI versus US dollar tether. If you've been in crypto long, you know that this coin back in probably September, October passed up the price of Bitcoin and went more than 3 times the value of Bitcoin. Almost 4. Price is currently $23,563.20. And this coin was called at January 5th, 1600 hours UTC. It's gone 63.71% since the signal came out. Now, once again, this is without leverage. Once you apply some moderate leverage, something that's safe, 4x, 5x, in a bullish market, even 6x is safe for altcoins across the board. You will be making big gains. All leveraged altcoin signals in Binance are against US dollar tether. So you're gaining real money here on these signals. These are incredible, and I can't imagine why anyone would want to pass this up. This is just crazy. So we're getting down into the 7-day mark here. Everything's high double digits, if not triple. Matic 114% in a little over 6 days. That's this one right here. And then we look at Alpha versus Tether, 128%. All futures calls, every one of them. Just on and on and on. There's an average of anywhere between a couple calls a day and sometimes 9 or 10, sometimes even a little bit more. But I'd say the average is probably about 6 or 7 calls per day. And that's enough to keep you in the money, making money every single day, lots of it. Literally, you could take $1,000 and double it in somewhere around, 5, 6, 7 days, depending on how things work, how whether the market's bullish, not bullish. In fact, if the market's not bullish, if the market's going down, most of these are going to be shorts. Then you're going to make money on the way down. So really, it doesn't matter what the market's doing. You're going to make money on the up or on the downswing. So let's go back to a point here where they were shorts. Yeah, we had a stretch here where it was calling all shorts. ZIL, BZRX, HNT, Storage, Bell, CBC, IOST, all shorts. Everyone made money. So these are amazing. Let's take a look at what else blockchain education offers. We have a really nice, very experienced chat group. We post YouTube videos in chat. We talk about charts. This is one I posted earlier. This is CTXC, which on the daily looks incredible. It just pulled out of a long downtrend that had been going on since just before the beginning of September, end of August. So this coin has been on a long downtrend to just above 200. This is the Bitcoin pair. On the daily, it shows that the price is basically tripled, not tripled, basically doubled in a day. Then it came back down and it's on its way to doubling again. So CTXC is going to do some nice things here the next, several days to week or so to come. And we have a lot of other charts. This is the guy who is kind of the leader of the group. He is also a co-owner. He was talking about Bitcoin in that chart. And we have a lot of charts that get posted throughout the day, 24 hours a day basically, at night. People talking about all kinds of coins, entry points. A lot of our members say, hey, this one's really starting to move. Better get in. So these things are just, this is happening all the time. Big chat group. We've got lots of channels. We have live training in channels. I'm doing a little bit of live training as much as possible for members who are still kind of new, or maybe they didn't have a lot of time to, to prior to this, and they want to catch up and get up to speed. The training is really going to help them. Now, we also have a lot of training videos on our site, and if you go to beginners section of the training, we have a huge amount of videos, new member FAQ, frequently asked questions, course objectives. These are all videos, 5 biggest mistakes in trading, how to make money, system overview, what is capital, introduction for beginners, on-ramp, hybrid calls, that's from about 2 years ago, personal help, advanced training, webinars, futures and margin. That's something a lot of our members are just really fully getting immersed into right now, especially with the advent of the new futures signals. By the way, we do have short-term, medium-term, and long-term futures signals. We are recommending that if you're going to do mixed altcoins, that you use the long-term futures because they perform the best across the board with mixed, different altcoins that are being called by the system when it's time for them to either go up or go down. Now these are, there's a lot of other things. Trading tools, which talks a lot about the indicators on TradingView, how to install them, how to use them, our methodology, and they're doing interview here, talking about how blockchain education is unique from everyone else and how we teach, how to set up Coinigy, security, and these are some of the videos that on technical analysis. I mean, it's all here. Anything you could possibly want, anything you want to learn is all here. Emotional control, that's a big, big deal. Especially when you're manual trading, you cannot let emotion get into the way of your trading. That's how people FOMO, they buy into tall green candles, get wrecked, and not have a good experience if you get into things that are too high up, too far above certain points that we teach. But we'll tell you all that. That can get confusing if I start talking too much about that. So basically we have all the training. There's a fundamentals section. There's also an advanced training section, which has different videos, OTC and proven rules, indicator reviews 1 and 2, Fibonacci tool, which I can show you that in a little bit, guide to scalping, building and reducing your position. That's a big concept. When the coin goes up, you're building, buying at the little dips, building your position, and when you get to the top, you can sell, and then as the price goes down, you can buy back up, and you can get more for the same money, and then gain back on the way up. In fact, on a downtrend, you can gain You can sell at every top, buy back at every little mini dip, and then just keep gaining all the way down. By the time you get to the bottom, you've increased your position so much that when the coin cycles up, you have it made. So basically, there's so much to talk about here, so much to learn. But the bottom line is, if you don't have a lot of time, if you're still working a day job, you can get into automatic futures trading or automatic spot trading for that matter, and just start making gains and not have to worry about managing. So this is the place to be. Bitcoin is headed for $50,000 and beyond. There's a lot of people saying it could be $80,000 to $100,000 by the end of 2021, and I would be surprised if it didn't make it to that level by the end of this year, because we've seen 100% growth in the last few weeks, which is just, in fact, the last 2 weeks. I was talking to my family probably about a week and a half ago, and I said, Bitcoin is $24,000. You better buy a Bitcoin because it's going to be a lot more in just a few days. And they should have done it, but they didn't. So right now is the time to get involved and make money, because if you don't, you're going to look back when Bitcoin's 100 grand and go, man, I should have done it. I should have, and I didn't. So don't be one of those people that regrets not taking action today. We have a great membership. We have a massive amount of tools here, videos, learning. We actually have 3 different types of trading. We have the long-term signals in futures. We have the spot trading, quite a few different signals here. Hot signals, medium long-term, short-term signals if you just want to take quick gains, get out, get into something else. There's a lot of these coming out. And then we also have the hybrid calls that we're going to start getting back into. And these are all running really good numbers too, even in just a day and a half. 71% on H-bar. That's huge. So the last thing I want to talk about is, what happens if you learn the basics and you just kind of feel stuck and you want to really get into manual trading. All you got to do is make an appointment with me through chat or by email or support ticket. I'll help you as much as you want, and we'll just keep going. I'll train you every day if that's what you want. It's not going to cost you anything extra, and you can become an expert trader. And this is probably the only place that offers that in the world. In fact, I guarantee that it is. You can find somebody who will train you and spend as much time as you want. You should probably do it, because there's nobody else besides this place. So blockchain education, get in, join, and start learning and start gaining. You can gain the first day that you have your Binance account set up and fund the account. And everything stays in your own Binance account. We don't manage anyone else's funds. We trade API permission-based only. That means everything stays with you, locked under, key. And your portfolio will just continue to roll over and gain as you go along, day after day, every day gains. So join us. I'm going to put a discount link in the description area, and I'll see you guys at the bank. Take care.